channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaelyn. I'm a second year PhD student in history and African American studies at Yale. And today I'm taking you along for a couple days in my life. Today's a really exciting day. There's a talk being given by the Gilder-Lehrman Center with Vincent Brown. I know that we're getting off to kind of an abrupt start, but I just got dressed and I'm about to head to campus. I'm actually just going to go for a nice long walk to a coffee shop to get some work done. I'm gonna go to Fussy Coffee. It's a new coffee shop that I just found. It's over in Science Park and their coffee's really good, but they also have chicken and waffles. So that's most of the reason why I'm going there, but I wanted to quickly show you my outfit. I just got this new top and I wanted to share it. All right, so here is the fit of the day. So I have this new sweater bodysuit from Revolve and it's like a little one shoulder action. I was trying to figure out what I should wear today because I wanted something that was a little bit more fun for spring because the flowers are finally out, the weather is nice, and everything that I own is like really thick sweaters. And so I ended up getting this, but during the talk I'll put my hair down so that way it's a little bit more professional looking. Have my Madewell jeans on as per usual. I have my Keds, and then I have on my Ana Luisa jewelry as per usual. Very similar jewelry to the pieces I was wearing in my last vlog video. So I'm gonna go ahead, pack up my bag, head over to the coffee shop and get some reading done. After a long 30-minute walk to Fussy Coffee, I went ahead and set up shop and began working on my prospectus. So the prospectus is essentially a proposal for your dissertation that you submit to your committee and the department, and where you lay out what your plans are for your dissertation. As you can see here, I have the chapter layout and my plans for over the next 4 years, which is absolutely insane. And I just began working on some general outlines that I want to think of as guidelines for the next couple of months and years of my studies. At this stage of my PhD, the prospectus is quite immature. I'm still working on figuring out what my plans are, which is why I'm going to be heading to the archives in London this summer in order to corroborate whether or not this prospectus is possible. All right. I got a ton of work done on my prospectus draft. I'm filming from my phone because I feel awkward taking my camera out, but it was such a good productive session. I ended up drafting the general outline for the entire thing. I am basically using it in order to begin thinking about the prospectus. So that way when I go to the archives this summer, I have my overall structure in mind. History is often done in two kind of opposing ways. Either you go to the archive with a general idea of what you're looking for, or you're going in thinking that the archive is essentially going to tell you what to be looking for, and you aren't necessarily going in with a thesis and you learn to master that archive, etc. But for me, I'm definitely going to the archive with my thesis in mind, and I'm really excited. I think I have a general idea for the third section and was working out the chapter outlines and everything and coming up with the schedule, and I'm just getting really excited about it. This is the first time I actually feel like a real PhD student that's like gonna write a dissertation, and it's really exciting. And now I'm heading over to campus. I have a Thai iced tea that I got to go, and I'm gonna head over to the talk at the Gilder-Lehrman Center and take you guys along. I'm back home. Why am I back home, you might ask? Because I got the date wrong for the event. I got dressed, went out on campus, got a lot of work done, headed to the department, was really excited, and what did I get wrong? The date. I showed up 7 days early for the event. And I'm sitting in the department working on some notes on my prospectus, and I'm feeling like very confident and I'm having a really good day, and then realized, well done, you actually got the date wrong. So I'm back home now. I feel really silly for having gotten the date incorrect, but that's okay. Honestly, it worked out really well because I headed to campus, I got a ton of work done, and I'm actually feeling really good and excited about my prospectus. I have some things that I want to dig into. I started looking at some archival documents and records, and also looking at some literature on the presence of African people in early modern Europe, and am excited to dig into that literature because it's something I haven't gotten a lot of experience with. I have Onyeka Nubia's book, Blackamoors, and I think it's, I'm trying to remember the exact title of the other one that he has, but I picked it up when I was at Oxford. And there's another book, it's called Black Tutors by something Kaufman, who works on this book, Black Tutors. So I'm gonna dig into that. There's a lot to work on, but I'm really excited. Like, I actually feel very into my research at the moment, which is what I've really been loving about this particular semester and preparing for comprehensive exams. I feel very immersed in it, and don't get me wrong, the exam stresses me out, and the idea of submitting a prospectus definitely causes a bit of overwhelm, but at this moment in time, I'm just really excited and I'm really liking this process in the PhD. It just reminds me of the excitement I had when I was in undergrad working on these projects and when I had started at Oxford and everything, and it just feels so good to be on campus and working on research and actually digging into archival records and trying to figure out where I would need to go for research and that kind of thing. So really having a good time with it. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on working because I was meant to be on campus in meetings, but because my afternoon turned out to be a little different than I was expecting, I figure I might as well do some work. So I'm gonna sit here at my desk and continue working on prospectus-y stuff and then do some reading for comps. This next week I have meetings on colonial America, so we're looking at law and politics. I have a meeting for Atlantic World Slavery. We're talking about the Haitian Revolution and the age of revolutions in general. And then my prep for my Black women's history, we're looking at the Civil War. So a big swath of history, very different, but I just having a really good day. So I had a nice long walk. I went over to Fussy Coffee. I got to see more of campus that I've never seen. So it is a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep on working.
While I was at the coffee shop, I made a basic outline of what it is I wanted my prospectus to cover. When I got home, I was primarily focused on looking for sources. This mostly included secondary literature, so literature by scholars of history in the early modern period. And what I was looking for in particular was representations of Blackness and the presence of African people in early modern Europe, so in the 16th and 17th centuries, and how it is that either historians, art historians, or even literary scholars have talked about their presence. For the purpose of my dissertation, I'm focused primarily on the presence of enslaved African women and mixed-race children across the Atlantic world in the British context. So I was primarily looking for the presence of mixed-race children within these studies.
Do you think it's dinner time? It's not dinner time yet. No, it's not. You have to wait 22 minutes. I know. Elizabeth! I know you don't want to wait, but you have to, my dearest. I love you, Elizabeth. I'm sorry that you have to wait for dinner, but you need to be patient.
Really? It's not dinner time yet, madam. Oh, hello.
Friday. I figured I would continue this vlog into today since yesterday was not as eventful as I thought it was gonna be, but I'm actually going to campus today, or north of campus rather, to Fussy Coffee again, and I'm gonna hang out with Blair. She has a prospectus draft she needs to turn in, and I have a ton of work I need to do on comps. I also have some work on my prospectus that I wanna do. I got so deep into the sources yesterday. I was looking at appearances of illegitimate children in England, looking at articles about illegitimacy in Europe in the early modern period, and I just got so excited about my dissertation, and I cannot wait to talk to my advisor about it because I think I have some decent ideas, hopefully. At least I hope he thinks so. Very happy with that. I got up this morning. I wasn't intending on working out, but I had a little bit more time to get ready than I thought I did, so I figured I would just do a 15-minute little Pilates class, which was really nice. And now I am starving, so I can't wait to get over to the coffee shop so I can get some food. And I'm gonna pack up my bag in just a minute and head over. It's about a 30-minute walk from downtown. I walk relatively fast, so I don't wanna get there super early. And we're supposed to meet there at 10. So I'm gonna get things sorted here and then pack up my bag and head out the door and take you along for another day. Catching up with Blair and having some absolutely incredible chicken and waffles at Fussy Coffee, it was time to get to work. Today I was working on my comprehensive exam readings for Atlantic World Slavery. This week I was focused on the Age of Revolutions and primarily focusing on the Haitian Revolution in particular. This included works like Black Jacobins by C.L.R. James, as well as Avengers of the New World by Laurent Dubois, and The Problem of Slavery in the Age of Revolutions by David Bryan Davis. Because my historiographical knowledge on the Haitian Revolution is a little bit thin, I was focused primarily on the arguments and making sure to take thorough notes. It's 5 o'clock now. I have not checked in since this morning. It has been such an incredible day of work. I hung out with Blair at Fussy Coffee for like 6.5 hours and got a ton of reading done. Took a lot of notes for comprehensive exams. I have some ideas about how I'm planning on prepping, which you guys will get to see a little bit more of in the upcoming videos. But I have a list of books that I'm trying to read very thoroughly, so I am reading them cover to cover. So there were books beforehand that I was skimming. There are now some books that I'm trying to be really thorough with, especially in the areas of history in my subfields that are a little outside of my scope of knowledge. I am currently doing a bunch of reading on the Age of Revolutions, specifically focusing on the Haitian Revolution, and it's very much out of my depth. I know the general overview of the Haitian Revolution. I've taken classes on the Age of Revolutions before, but this is a different perspective because I'm really trying to dig into the literature and understand what the arguments are across historiography, and so it's a little unnerving, but it was a really good study session. Had so much fun hanging out with Blair. I just love getting to hang out with her. I'm really sad she's gonna be leaving this summer to go to England, but I will hopefully see her a bunch when I'm over there over the coming year, and then when I move there next year. And so it was just such a good day, but I have a really fun evening planned. I'm actually going to see Fantastic Beasts with my friend Sarah. We are gonna go grab a drink at Tiamo, just grab a little margarita minute, and then head over to the movie theater. I am just so happy to have a night of just socializing. I've had a really good day of work, and I'm just glad that I can round it off with a little movie night, and I'm really looking forward to it because I'm trying to focus on being really efficient and really effective with my time during the day
So that way I can go to bed early and I can spend more time with friends, and I just feel very happy with my new schedule. I feel a lot more like physically sound, and I say this because I always have chronic pain. I really damaged my back when I was a teenager from horseback riding. I had multiple riding accidents. And so the movement goal for Project 50 has just been a godsend because my body feels so much better. I just feel a lot stronger, but also I just don't feel like I'm in as much pain because I get to stretch so much throughout my week. So I'm just really happy. I'm gonna go ahead and end off the vlog here. I'll add some clips at the end of the rest of the evening, but it's just gonna be B-roll type clips. And I'm just really excited to go see the movie. I am obsessed with Eddie Redmayne. I mean, he's tall, British, gingery hair, freckles. Like I just think he's like the sexiest man alive. So very, very excited to go see the film, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button if you have yet to subscribe to the channel. Would love to see you join our little community here at the Redhead Academic. But hope you all have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.